What's up, YouTube? It's FitzBro, and we have an Abbasid mirror to beat all Abbasid mirrors. It is Leenock, who I consider to be one of the best Abbasid players, and he is up against official KEKW, who we know as Marine Lord. And now these players are ranked 9 and 8, with Marine Lord being rank 8. So this is definitely going to be a deciding match for them. And if you did not hear about that big patch we had this week, the Abbasid got a little bit of a buff to their berries. So they now carry 13 berries rather than 10, and they gather a little bit faster. So we see a berry opening here for a Marine Lord, and after his, it looks like 6 villagers are on food. He is building a house. He is sending 1 villager out to wood. Let's see what Leenock is up to. Leenock has started on sheep. Now, despite the fact that there's been a buff to berries, Leenock has stayed on sheep. And I got to tell you guys, you know, he is probably one of the best Abbasid players around. This must be the way to go, because I thought maybe you should go straight for this berry. So we'll see how he treats this as we get through the game. He has a 7 on food, 1 to gold, and now he is building that House of Wisdom. So no wood chopping for Leenock. We'll see how this pans out in this mirror scenario. Now, I think these are two different builds that are going to achieve different goals. We'll have to watch as they get into the feudal age if there's any differences in what they're trying to do in those early stages of the second age. But I would definitely assume that Leenock will be aging up before Marine Lord right now. And very interesting to see. A mirror, but we have two very different strategies. Okay, he has 8 villagers on food, 3 on gold, and saving up. Both players will be aging up with the economic wing, which allows you to research fresh foodstuffs, which makes villagers half the cost. It's a great deal, great deal. Now, another thing that the Abbasid got in the latest patch is they now age up 15 seconds faster. So we'll have to keep an eye on this clock and see when Leenock hits his age up, because this is probably about as fast as you could go. He has 8 on food, 3 on gold, and now he has built that lumber camp, going for that wood. Now, he had the 50 wood for the lumber camp because he didn't go for an early mill. Meanwhile, Marine Lord had to go for the lumber camp and chop for that wood because he built the mill and needed to be able to get the wood for the mining camp. Now, you could say, well, he could have gone for the straggler trees. Yes, you could, right? He could sacrifice villager walking time, but walking time, that's money. That's resources lost. That's less military you're going to have out on the field. Okay, Leenock is aging up. It looks like he clicked it just around the 2-minute 40 mark, maybe just before that. And, of course, going up the economic wing. He now has 4 villagers on food, so it does look like he transferred some villagers over there. So 4 villagers on gold, in case I said food. So he'll be looking to get fresh foodstuffs, but will he perhaps be going for wheelbarrow? Will he go for any phalanx or spearman upgrades? He might just go for fresh foodstuffs, so we'll have to see. Just now, he is going out to the berry bushes and dropping down that mill, and he is transferring his villagers out to the berries now. So I think he was prioritizing aging up a little bit faster, so he'll have that fresh food stuff, so he'll save a little bit of food, and now he's going for those berries. Now, some things to consider. It might kind of depend on your matchup. This is an Abbasid mirror, right? Now, there could be some aggro. There could be... Holy sheep. Look at the sheep that Marine Lord got. Oh my gosh. Did he get all of them? Wow, wow, wow. I've got a brand new sheep emote, so make sure you head on over to twitch.tv/FitzBro. You can catch me when I'm live and spam that sheep emote if you become a subscriber of the channel. And I greatly appreciate those of you who are able to support us with that sub over on Twitch. Now, what I was going to say is doing this might depend on the matchup, because imagine if he started sheep. He went to berries right now, but he's up against a player like France. So Francis could be showing up early with these knights and poking these berries. So this may be a little bit more risky, where if you did an opening like this, Marine Lord could fall back to his 15 sheep he's gathered. And, you know, this could be a factor even in this game if Leenock comes and raids Marine Lord, but we'll have to see. Okay, it looks like Marine Lord is harassing that villager, but no animation canceling here. We have that fresh foodstuffs in queue. Did he go for the wheelbarrow? Yes, so he built that mill in transition and went for the wheelbarrow tech. So that will help if we check that out. Villager carry capacity by +5 and their movement speed by +15%. So that really helps when you're moving around for berries, moving around for wood. It's going to be a good tech to have. Now, meanwhile, Marine Lord, you can see he's about aged up, but he is significantly behind as far as timing goes. So we'll have to see how as a military and economy look. I mean, Leenock could already be bringing military to his base very soon, and he is nothing really for it. But let's see, is Leenock playing aggressive or is he going to boom? We see an archer range. Will he make archers or will he go for camels is the real question. Now, going for the stone here, and Marine Lord sees this, so this makes me think he's going to be going for an additional town center, but he also opened with an archer range, so he's going to have some... Oh, and he is going for camels. Oh, you can't ask for anything more. Don't we love camels in Abbasid games? Okay, meanwhile, we've got... Marine Lord knows what's kind of going on over here. He hasn't seen the camels yet, but he is opening with a stable. Now, camels, in case you haven't experienced a whole lot of them, look at this. Scouts are actually doing a little bit of damage to these villagers despite not having animation canceling. It does look like... Did Marine Lord train a scout in the first age, or did he train this in transition? I think he might have trained it in transition. He's still able to do a little bit of annoyance here at the stone. But anyways, these camels, if you're not very familiar with them, they have bonus damage for spearmen, and they cause cavalry to do less damage. So look at this. These scouts, when they have this debuff, they deal 20% less damage. So they don't necessarily do more damage to cavalry. As you can see, not a ton of damage. But the enemies, with scouts, don't do a whole lot anyways, but they'll deal less damage when they have this debuff from the camel. One thing to note about, yeah, so just these camel archers, they're great support units. We have seen some groupings of camels with horsemen sometimes. It looks like we're going for spearmen in this case. But he trained one of those. I don't know if he's going to train anymore, honestly. Okay, Marine Lord, meanwhile, training out some horsemen. And just kind of chilling right now. It looks like he might pick off that scout here with that camel. Okay, so working up towards that second town center, while Marine Lord, he is not gathering any stone. It doesn't look like he's going for a second town center. We do see that a golden tier golden tier 1 was just unlocked over there for Leenock. You can see what golden tier 1 represents. Villagers gather plus 10% for all resources. So this is going to be interesting. Marine Lord's going for a lot of gold right now. Is he trying to age up? I kind of get the sense that he's going for a fast castle. Look at this. He's still getting gold, still on food, only has one stable, not really training that many horsemen. I think he's going to harass here and age up. He knows his opponent is going for a second town center, and he's not going to experience a ton of pressure, though he could have a little bit of pressure, but probably not a ton. So this will be interesting to see. We have 2 town center versus what will probably be the castle age, but it'll take him he's not there yet, right? He's still got some resources to gather. Now, did Marine Lord go for... Yeah, he also went for wheelbarrow, probably in transition there. So, in case you guys weren't sure, wheelbarrow, that's a tech you want to grab early and often. Early and often, especially if you're going to be gathering from berries. Okay, we got horsemen running around the town center, but spearmen are ready to stop them. Now, Leenock sees all these villagers on gold. This can mean one thing, and I think both players did see this. If you're going for a bunch of gold, that is most likely going to be for an age up, unless you see a blacksmith or something around. Always gotta be careful there. Trying to get away with this, camels. Okay. So, we got the camels running around, just kind of raiding, but this one took a lot of damage. But I think Leenock is probably going to age as well. Like, he's getting some gold. He's got a lot of food in the bank. He's probably going to move towards an age up too. Let's see if Marine Lord has hit it yet. Okay, now Marine Lord's driving 1, 2, 3 barracks. Okay, so this is going to be the classic Abbasid, probably man-at-arms spam, though it could be a spearman spam. That we see so often out of Abbasid, where they go for a bunch of man-at-arms and then build siege out in the field, because they don't need to research siege engineering. There we go. Marine Lord is going to be aging up now. He has selected the Culture Wing. Now, if you didn't know what the Culture Wing does, oh, look at these horsemen. Ooh, picking off that camel. Poor camel. Oh, spearmen getting the villagers. Wow. Okay, so luckily, Marine Lord's already aging up, though he will need gold in order to train those man-arms. He's probably looking to train. But anyways, as I was saying, that Culture Wing, it makes it, if you research the preservation of knowledge, it reduces the cost of all your techs by minus 30%. So it's a good tech to get early on, because it could make all your upgrades a lot cheaper. And it's pretty much the go-to. Okay, Leenock is sieging now in this mine, and this is nice. He is delaying Marine Lord from getting his... he's delaying from getting all of his gold, so he's going to have less man-arms, although he already has enough gold to get basically a whole batch of 3 off. So I don't think it's going to be a huge concern, but it is wasted villager seconds at the moment. Meanwhile, speaking of villager seconds, we got horsemen over here idling Leenock, pushing them back, trying to pick off some villas, but they don't get one here. But we have 2 town centers producing as well. Uh-oh, we got villagers being popped on the other side. No, that's just a mining camp. Okay, look at the villager count. 33 for Marine Lord, 40 for Leenock. So that's a big difference. And is Leenock aging up? Now, here he goes. So he'll be aged up in 1 minute and 30 seconds. So he chose to age up. I mean, he's aging up a little bit later, but his economy is going to be much stronger. So we'll have to see, can Marine Lord get the man-at-arms out on the field fast enough to do some damage before Leenock gets up to the next stage? I'm going to say 1.5 minutes. You know, it probably takes a good portion of that just to walk across the field. So I think Leenock's probably fine for now. And his economy is definitely better. We do see a blacksmith was put down for Marine Lord, though he has not researched anything at it yet. Okay, let's see if he goes for... Okay, oh, I thought I queued up Military Academy. Okay, we've got some raiding going on in Leenock's base. Just some horsemen running around. But he's doing fine. He's got spearmen. He's got villagers in queue. He has 2 barracks of his own. Oh, actually, he has 3 barracks of his own. And I think he's probably feeling pretty good. Okay, so Leenock almost to the next stage. Let's see what Marine Lord has. 3 man-at-arms coming out. And they're going to be running across the field probably to try to do some raiding here early on. Now look, eating these 1 million sheep that he has back at home. Okay, horsemen continuing just to run around. Spearmen trying to get him. He does not have the phalanx upgrade that gives him additional range quite yet. Uh-oh. So he's just picking off, trying to get some low HP on these the villagers. Okay, that's a decent amount of spears. Okay, Leenock's about to hit the next age. Now, what's that? That's a second archery range. So 2 archery ranges and 3 barracks sitting on 48 vills. He is 10 vills ahead of Marine Lord right now. And Marine Lord adding in a 4th barracks to his composition. He did get that research you saw there, so his techs are cheaper. If you look here at the blacksmith, you can see they are a little bit cheaper, though he has not researched any. Oh, he did get his ranged defense. Okay, here come these man-at-arms. And one thing to know is Abbasid spearmen actually aren't too shabby against man-at-arms. They can just like tank damage while, especially if you get this phalanx, because it could be 2 lines of basically the back line can still put on damage. Oh, what's this? Okay, horsemen going to get a raid, and they might pick off a few villagers here in the back line. Those are low HP. He's going to get at least probably one of them. No, he's going to run away. He's just like slowly picking away at their HP. Okay, but meanwhile, we've got a mangonel coming down from Marine Lord on the front line. How is Leenock going to handle a mangonel on his base? I think he could afford a... he can afford a springald if he wants to. Going for some crossbows with that. So these crossbows will be excellent for countering these men-at-arms. The spearman can just tank on the front line while the crossbow deal out some damage, though he is going to want something to deal with that mangonel, but he's got a pretty defensive spot here. Wood on the back, food on the back. His gold is exposed, but... he's getting gold on the side here and building a tower to defend it. Okay, meanwhile, we've got Marine Lord. He is getting his attack upgrade now. He got his range defense. Training just more man-at-arms. Just as man-at-arms spam right now. That's all we're going to see at the moment. And we got a springald, so he's already making plans to defend this. Oh, if he can get a shot on those crossbows. Oh, does that one take damage? Oh, half health. So look at that. 80 down to 44 HP, but only 1 crossbow took some damage. That's pretty good. He has good line sight of this outpost, so he can kind of see what's coming. There's that springald. He builds a springald of his own so quickly. You see, the thing with Abbasid, you see the siege coming, and you could just grab your spearmen and quickly just plop that bad boy down. You can build that so quickly. Okay, let's see how this microing goes. We've got a volley from the mangonel, but I don't think it hits anything. I was making sure there wasn't a raid in the back line. Springald positioning. It looks like he did get 1 shot off on Leenock springald, but he's able to heal since he has villagers back at home. We've got horsemen on the backside pumping poking at the barracks. Okay, 2 springalds, 1 mangonel. Marine Lord is positioning to attack, but Leenock, he does have line of sight, and he has defender's advantage of his reinforcements, not to mention the economy, right? 63 vills versus 46 vills of Marine Lord, so he's okay to sit back. Marine Lord has a worse economy right now, and he probably knows that. Oh, be careful, you don't want to lose these villagers right now to a mangonel. He is healing these up, so it's going to be really hard to pick these springalds off, but he does pick 1 off. Okay, that looks like it was a trade. Springald for a springald. And let's see how this final trade goes. Is he going to heal this? I thought he might, but he didn't. Looks like the springalds just traded evenly while we've got spearmen. Wow, they just absolutely crushed that mangonel. And now the crossbows dealing out that damage to man-at-arms. They're hard counter to those man-at-arms. We've got horsemen on the back line picking off maybe a few villagers of Leenock right now. But looking at the count here, 62 for Leenock versus the 47 of Marine Lord. Leenock's doing just fine with his villagers. And now Marine Lord, he has lost The siege. I think both players, I guess, lost the siege. Leenock technically lost more since he had a mangonel in the fight. And Leenock just is cool to chill back. He's massing spearmen and crossbows right now. Is he training any more infantry? He is training more spearmen. So he's spending essentially he's spending the gold on the crossbows and spending the gold on any siege units instead of, you know, if you try to do man arms and crossbows, it's gonna be a hard comp to keep up. Okay, is a Marine Lord going to adjust his composition at all? He knows there's crossbows out there. He's making some man arms. What's he dropping down here? Just a bunch of houses. I think Marine Lord's having a little bit of issues in his supply line. He's a little bit low on resources. Ideally, honestly, I feel like, honestly, once you're down the numbers and you've lost a bunch of siege, how's he gonna deal with those crossbows? He has to do with mangonels, I guess. Wow, that was a great hit, taking out one crossbow and dealing damage to the other. But Leenock, his economy is just bulldozing ahead here. 69 vills, versus the 49 of Marine Lord. What is this? We got a raid going on? Some cam archers. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Wow, those cam archers very effective at picking off of those villagers, and now the villager gap's even further. But big mangonel shot could change the game. That would be a lot of villagers dead. Oh, but where did that mangonel just shoot? Oh, that was a huge shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 villagers just went down. For Marine Lord, that was it right there. That was a money shot. We got 45 villagers for Marine Lord versus the 62 of Leenock. Now, Leenock's still vastly ahead on vills, but that definitely helped him. Leenock, he says, I got this big golden relic and you better watch out. And Marine Lord's currently kiting back right now with his man arms. What was that? A villager getting sniped by the Springald. Don't know what he was doing up there. But now these man arms are running home with the tail between their legs. Look at this macro from Marine Lord. He has 13,000 wood. What on earth is he doing? Looking at the income per minute, by the way, for those of you who like that, you can check that out. How does he have 13k wood? Wow, that's a bit of a miss macro. Maybe he could throw down some military buildings or trade up or something. He could be going for some additional siege units, perhaps, but that's a lot of wood. Okay, we've got the spearmen essentially just occupying the man-at-arms' attention, while the crossbows on the back line deal not damage, but we got a mangonel taking some shots on those crossbows, but I don't know. That mangonel is a little exposed, and those Springolds, I think did they one-shot it with that? Oh, there we go. Marine Lord tapping out there. We've got the Abbasid Mirror of the century, top 10 Abbasid Mirror, and apparently Leenock is the master today. Hope you guys enjoyed this casted game. I've got camel emotes over on the Twitch channel, so make sure you come check me out, twitch.tv/FitzBro. And as always, if you haven't already subscribed, take a second, click that button, hit that alert bell. I am posting AoE4 videos every single day in 2022, and I will see you guys in the next one.